The King and Queen have arrived in Scotland for the beginning of Holyrood Week. King Charles has arrived in Scotland to celebrate the beginning of Royal Week, otherwise known as Holyrood Week. The monarch took part in the ceremony of the keys outside the palace of Holyrood House, in which he receives the keys to the city of Edinburgh, before handing them back for safekeeping. The ceremony traditionally sees the king handed the keys and welcomed to his ancient and hereditary kingdom of Scotland. After the monarch is handed the keys, they traditionally say, "I return these keys, being perfectly convinced that they cannot be placed in better hands than those of the Lord Provost and councillors of my good city of Edinburgh." The Guard of Honour has been provided by the King's Bodyguard Scotland, Royal Company of Archers, while music was provided by the band of the Royal Regiment of Scotland and pipes and drums of 2nd Battalion Royal Regiment of Scotland. Music at the official welcome was provided by the band of the Royal Regiment of Scotland and pipes and drums of 2nd Battalion Royal Regiment of Scotland. Renditions included "I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles" by the Scottish duo Proclaimers and "Counting Stars" by One Republic. The ceremony of the keys is a royal tradition which has taken place for many years. A parade is then held in the palace grounds to mark the historic occasion, with the tradition of Royal Week having been started by Queen Victoria. In 2022, Queen Elizabeth II attended her last ceremony of the keys along with the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, then the Earl and Countess of Wessex and Forfar, and was all smiles throughout despite experiencing some mobility issues. She sadly passed away just months later at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. The King's return to Scotland for Holyrood Week will see him and other members of the royal family carry out high-profile engagements, including hosting an investiture and a garden party at the Palace of Holyrood House. The royal residence sits at the tip of the Royal Mile, the Scottish capital's most famous street. The public is able to visit the palace and marvel at some of the historic state apartments, the ruins of the 12th century Holyrood Abbey and the incredible royal garden. The state apartments are famous for their beautiful plasterwork ceilings and collection of French and Flemish tapestries. When exploring the palace, visitors will likely notice how the rooms highlight changing tastes of successive monarchs, as rooms become progressively grander.